Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are. I am in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Hi, those who have joined, just say hi. Give me a hi if you can. I see people from Malaysia have joined. I'm waiting for people from South Africa to join. Okay, I hope you guys can see what the topic is today. The topic is, if you want to know what's going on, maybe you'll go to my page, my main feed. You'll see there is a post I made, a video, a short about the differences between whites and non-white South Africans. But the last post I made is actually when it's a question of the day. Hi, everybody. So I would like some of you to answer the question of the day. The question of the day is, of the zodiac sign, hi South Africa, of the zodiac signs, which zodiac sign is a non-animal? There's only one zodiac sign. Let's see who can get this one. That's the question I want to ask before I start, while I'm waiting for the time. Okay, did you guys hear my question? My question is, before I start this lesson of the day, the question is, there are 12 zodiac signs. There is only one zodiac sign that is a non-animal. Which zodiac sign is it? Let me see if you know your zodiac signs. Some of you are probably like, what is zodiac sign, right? I'm sure some people don't even know what I'm talking about. Let's see. So far, how many people said hi? Some people join, but they don't say hi. Others join and they say hi. So hi, hi. I see someone joined and they said hi. Okay, for the new person, before I start, I'm asking a question. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. I have to start, but I'm asking a question. It's a question that I put up on it's actually on my feed. The question is, there are 12 zodiac signs. Of the 12 zodiac signs, one is a non-animal. Which one is it? You can Google it. Google it. If you don't know the answer, Google it and see which one is a non-animal sign, and then write it there so that I can see. Let me see who knows. Hi, hi, yes, everybody's saying hi, everybody. Okay, for the new people, let me say it again. I need y'all to I need y'all to answer this question, okay? So there are 12 zodiac signs. Of the 12 zodiac signs, one of the zodiac signs is a non-animal. Which one? Write it down so I can see, because the whole premise of today's topic or the lesson for today is related to this. So let's see. Hi. Let's see who can answer this question. Very simple question. Which of the zodiac signs is a non-animal? Many people joined, but hi. I'm waiting for someone to answer me. I cannot go on with what I want to talk about. So for the new people, the question is, there are 12 zodiac signs. Of the 12 zodiac signs, one of the signs is a non-animal. Which one is it? Okay. Yeah, you hang on. This person here, you rest first, because if you want to talk a lot, you answer my question. Okay, this person here that's saying, I am here to correct you again. There is nothing called non-white in South Africa. Now, you and listen to me first. You answer this question for me first, then I'll entertain you. There are 12 zodiac signs. One of these zodiac signs is a non-animal. Which sign is it? Which sign is it? Let me see who's clever, because everybody wants to be clever, but they don't know. No, I'm not interested in that. I'm going to delete anyone who talks, who's not listening to what I'm talking. I'm going to delete you. I'm going to block you. This is the question. Can you hear me, or is there something wrong with your ears? Is it an ear problem, or is it a brain problem? Is the IQ too low that you cannot hear me? The question of the day is, don't give me other stupid answers. The question of the day is, there are 12 zodiac signs. Look, someone is laughing. Yeah, some people are brainer. There are 12 zodiac signs. One of the zodiac signs is a non-animal. Which one is it? If you want to talk to me, you answer that first. Then I'll address you. Otherwise, I'm in charge here. That's the question. I'm waiting for someone to answer me. Seems like nobody knows, huh? So much for people trying to be clever. You say you cannot be clever. If you want to be clever, then answer me. You think you're cleverer than me. So if you're cleverer than me, answer me. Simple question. Answer me. Let's see who's the clever one here. Still not getting the question. Hi to the new people. The question is, there are 12, what does it say? Okay, there are 12 zodiac signs. One of the zodiac signs is a non-animal sign. Which one is it? Yes, here to learn. So first answer my question. No. I'm blocking you for not answering my question. Well, if you don't care about those things, then don't come here. Don't come onto my live stream. There's many other live streams you can go on. OnlyFans, there's porn. Go there. Here, I've asked a question. There are 12 zodiac signs. One of the zodiac signs is non-animal. Which one is it? That's all. You don't have to answer any other question. Just answer that question. That's all. It's very simple. I'm not asking a lot of things. Why is this upside down? Okay, this one is upside down. When you answer that, then I can entertain you. While you're not answering, or get out of my live stream. No, it's not Sagittarius. Thank you for answering. Non-animal. Sagittarius is what? What is Sagittarius? It's half man, half horse. Man is an animal, horse is an animal. So it's not that. Yeah, go on. Yeah, you're still on Google. I can see your... Let me see. Not interested in you. Go away. Go away. Goodbye. I don't even want to look at you. You're wasting my time. Googling. Yes. Google, grog it, chat GPT it, whatever. Do whatever it is. Just answer the question. If you don't know how to answer questions, then get out of my live stream. Because here on this live stream, we are all learning. And the first thing we're learning is we have to follow the rule. So the rule is there is a question. Please answer the question. Okay, I understand. I see this person says we learn Bantu education. We didn't teach that. Okay, Google it. If you have a phone, you have internet, you Google it. It will be there. It will be there. It's going to be there. Still waiting. Nobody has answered me. You see, this is what I don't understand. There's a lot of people online, they just want to whack, quack, 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 quack. But when you ask the real questions, they don't know how to answer. So I'm trying to teach you how to answer. Okay, what is this? I have a flash goal. What does this mean? View. Hi, those who joined. Okay. Yes, you came to learn. I'm very happy. So you that came to learn, you have to answer the question. You cannot learn if you don't know how to answer the question. What does this mean? You cannot learn if you didn't answer. Hi, okay, we are here to listen. Okay, you can listen, but also if you want, you can participate. So I've asked a question. Okay, so the question I asked is, once if I see that nobody gets it, then I'll give the answer. Okay, so the question is, there are 12 zodiac signs. One of the zodiac signs is a non-animal. Which one is it? Someone said Sagittarius. I said no, that's wrong, because Sagittarius is half man, half horse. That means he is an animal, right? Because a man is an animal and a horse is an animal. So it's not Sagittarius. One of them is a non-animal. Give me that one's name. It's actually my star sign. Let me see who knows it. Let's see who knows it. What am I doing? Sorry, I'm trying to do 3 things at the same time. Okay. No, go on Google. I want you to go on Google because we are learning together. I'm trying to teach you how to get information about things. If you want information, you go and Google it. If your friends don't know, because you know a lot of friends. Yes! Libra, that is right. Because Libra is the scales, isn't it, right? It's a non-animal. All the others are animals. Wait, let me just do this and then I'll talk. All the others are animals because, let's see, what are all the star signs? First one is Pisces, Aries. What's after Pisces? Aries, Taurus, Cancer, no, Gemini, Cancer, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn. I left one out. When do you get your money for losing? Yes, Libra is balanced. There's no money. Okay, so since we already have the right answer, so let me explain why I asked this question. I said there are 12 zodiac signs. The reason I said that is because maybe some of you don't know what 12 zodiac signs are. Like, what is she talking about? Then you go, Google. Right? And then you see all the 12 signs there. Right? Because that's how we learn these days. These days we use Google or GTP or Grok or whatever, right? Next question. I said, which one is a non-animal? So what do we understand by the word non-animal? That means an animal, not. Non stands for not an animal. Not, non-animal. Not an animal. So you need to go and look. Which one is not an animal or which one is a non-animal? And it is Libra. Because all the others are either human, and a human is an animal, or it's an insect like a scorpion, whatever, or it is a yeah, okay, same like me. Hey, high five. Librans all the way. High five. Same with me. Okay. Yeah. So do you guys get that? You all get that? Because now this is going to bring me to the non-white topic. So I want everybody to take a deep breath and out and stay calm. Because some of you are going to get your little panties in a knot. I can see it. Put away all sharp objects. Because I don't want you to get so triggered that you're going to like, oh, listen what she said. Oh, I cannot live anymore. All sharp objects, put it away. Relax. Get yourself into a Zen mode, because what you're going to hear is going to trigger some of you. Be warned. I'm just happy I'm behind the screen because I don't want anyone to come and jump out of the screen and kill me. Okay? Jojo's animated. I like it. Yeah, well, I used to be a performer. Well, I still am. So, anyway, right. So some of you got very upset. Oh, your little panties got into such knots because I used the word non-white. So again, Google. Now, I've already downloaded my information. So what does non mean? So mine is already saved. If yours is not saved, you can go on to Google. And then you go to the Oxford Dictionary. The AI says it's a zodiac showdown. Okay, the Oxford Dictionary definition of non. Now, first of all, what is non? N-O-N. That's how you spell it. N-O-N. Non is a prefix. That means it is used before the main word, which is normally a noun, or it could be a verb, it could be whatever. Non. Okay, so what does non mean? So I open my Oxford Dictionary. I use Oxford Dictionary because it's a British dictionary. No, yeah, it could be not. It can be many. This person, you Librans, I tell you, us Librans, be very clever. That is for sure. That's for definite. I find. Yes. So it can mean not. But if you go to the dictionary definition of it, where is my definition of it now? Oh, I lost it. Okay. So in the dictionary, it says it's a prefix. And then number one, because there's one when you use it as a prefix, two is when you use it as when it's added to adverbs. Okay, just wait. Listen first before you talk a lot. Listen first. This person who said, why did you choose non-white? No, I'll get to that. Wait first. Let me first explain, okay? One thing at a time. Oh, let's not jump the gun. So, you'll see there, it says one, expressing negation or absence. So, forget about that. There's the first one is that. Then it says, it is, what it means is not of the kind or class described. So, when I used it as not of the kind described. So let's go to the non-animal. What was I describing? I was describing animal, but I was talking about non-animal, which means not of what I am describing. So it cannot be an animal. What is not an animal? You understand? So it means not animal in this context. So when I said non-white, people, listen very carefully. Open the ears. Sit up straight. Eyes alert, bright. Listen. Zip. Non-white means not white. Okay? Nothing to get your panties in a knot in. Oh, I'm going to die. Oh, she called me a non-white. Oh, God, help me. No. Relax. Like if someone had to say to me, you, Celeste, you are non-white. Yeah, because I'm not white. Obviously, I'm non-white. Like, hello, why are you telling me something I know? You understand? Whose panties is in a knot there? Who's not feeling okay? Who needs backup? Who needs an ambulance to be called? Because they heard that non-white means you are not white. Why? Did a lot of you think you are white? That's why you were upset? I'm sure a lot of you thought that you're white, isn't it? Especially if you're colored, isn't it? And now Celeste is telling you, no, you are non-white. Sorry, not my fault. You should have chosen other parents. If you wanted to be white, you should have chosen white parents. Unfortunately, you didn't. If you're a person who's upset now because you are a non-white. Okay. Does everyone understand that? Who doesn't understand? I think I was very clear, right? Now, the next thing. White. When you put white with a capital letter, it means the race. It's not a color. When you say this is a white tissue, then you put a small W. When you put white, whenever you write someone's race, yes, that person is right. Exactly. Thank you, Carlos. Yes. So whenever you talk about a race, you have to use a capital letter. I notice a lot of you don't do that. You don't do that. You go to university and you go write like that, you'll get a fail. You have to know. So white is a race. It does not mean the skin is white, because nobody's skin is white. Okay, let's be real. White just means it is those people of European descent. Okay, of course, they will have a certain type of a look. They will all have one kind of a maybe skin tone, skin color, hair, texture. It's just how it is, because it's genetics. If you don't know what genetics is, please Google, because I'm not here to talk to you about genetics. It's very complicated. Okay, right. So when we say white, we are not talking about complexion. Look at me. Look at me. I am light-skinned. I am not white. So it's got nothing to do with color. Yes, this person says, I'm black and I'm dark brown. I'm not black, I'm dark brown. Yes, we're all different shades and textures and shapes. Some of us are not even just a round, like a round shape, right? So in this context, as I used it, I said white and non-white, which means white, the race white, not color of skin or color of, not color, I meant the race, because there are a lot of white people of the white race who are not they are darker than me. Okay, because some of them are more olive skinned. Because that's just how it is. It does not make them less European. Because maybe they are mixed, they are Russian and Albanian, and then from the mountains, so maybe their skin is more olive tone, whatever, I don't know, I'm just making up story, okay? It's got nothing to do with the color of your skin, but like I said earlier on, yes, because if you are from that race, you might have certain characteristics that we can kind of say, like if you're Chinese, for sure you're going to look like this, we know. It's just because it's in the genes, okay? Right. So when I used it, white means European, those of European descent. Non-white means not those who are of European descent. Now, who is not of European descent? Let's say in the world, your Palestinians, your Middle Easterners, the people on the African continent, a lot of the South Americans, Central Americans, your Native Americans, your Chinese, all your Asian type people, like your Indians, your Mongolians. Do you all understand? Who doesn't understand? Yeah, thank you. Because some people don't watch. They just look at titles, because I'm sorry to say, but that's why we cannot get along in the world, not just in South Africa, but just in the world in general, because there's a lot of ignorant people walking around. And we are living in the age of technology where information is at your fingertips. Look at me. I've got one phone here. There's one phone here. I have a keyboard. I have a mouse. I have my laptop. There's a desktop there. I'm on the internet. Okay? So I just don't understand. And the reason there is all this is because just ignorance. People don't read. People don't want to know about things. They just want to get triggered and jump on the bandwagon. Okay, so do you all understand now? White is the race. Non-white means those people who are not white. What is white? It's people of European descendants. Okay, it's got nothing to do with the color of your skin, because if it was, then I would be white, isn't it? But I'm not. I'm colored. Okay. White, not white. White, non-white. Now, there's a lot of questions that I want to go through. So I just want to know, are you all getting that? Or have some of you already like slit your ankles and everything because you're so triggered now? Is that what happened to you? Okay, now someone here said, why did you choose non-white and not non-black? Because if I choose non-black, then that would mean, okay, let's say in the context of what I was talking about, which was South Africa, right? Because I said white, we know in South Africa who the white people are. The Afrikaners and the English-speaking whites from British descent. We've got some from Portugal. You know, they were in Mozambique and Angola before, but originally they from Portugal. We have those, right? We have all those kind of white people, right? And then non-whites, that means those who are not white. So who do we have? We have coloreds, and even in the coloreds, there's many different types of coloreds, okay? So there's coloreds, there's Indians, there's Chinese, we have a lot of Arabs, we also have Lebanese. I'm trying to think what other ones we have. We have blacks. And then within those races, there are also a lot of like there's tribes and then there's sub-races and stuff, okay? But the ones that on the whites and then the non-whites in South Africa are all those that I mentioned, right? Now, why did I not say non-black? Because if I said non-black, it means it would be blacks. What is the difference between blacks and whites, coloreds, Indians, Chinese, Arabs, Lebanese? Well, Lebanese are also Arabs, whatever. Those, you understand? But I did not want to talk about the difference between blacks and all these people. I want to talk about white people specifically, the white race, and then the non-white races. You'll understand? Who doesn't understand that? Let me see. Who still, yeah, someone said, oh no, it's AI. It's AI. Yeah, yes, someone said you were not wrong. I just watch you. Of course I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong because I study. I don't just get emotional and, no. And I know how to speak English. I'm fluent in quite a few languages, so I know how to speak English. Okay? I think this is the problem. I think maybe a lot of you are not English speaking. It's not your first language, so you get confused. Oh, wait, I'll read you some of the stupid things that were said. Some people were not stupid, they're just not sure, but some people are just downright idiots. Thank you, that one got it. Right, let me read tell you, this one wrote here. Let's leave the Chinese out, man. Since you're talking about South Africa, clearly when you say non-white, you mean blacks, Indians, and coloreds, and those are the ones that don't benefit when taking out loans. Okay, I don't care about who benefits. Chinese are non-white, okay? And in South Africa, we do have Chinese people who are South African citizens, which means they have the right to vote. So they are included in non-white. Because they are not white, they are Chinese, and they are Chinese South Africans. Do we get that? Yes, Asians are also non-white. Well, not all, because if you talk about, well, no, they're Middle Eastern. If you talk about some of the Turkish tribes, they are white. Some, because Turkish is also very multicultural. And I'm a world traveler. I've been to 160 over countries. I've been traveling for 10 years, so I know all these people, because this is what I study. I study people and culture and religion, okay? Right. So I'm like also getting excited now. This one is now idiot. This is like idiot number 1, okay? Idiot of the first order. This one takes the trophy. This one takes the cake for being an idiot. Not even just the cake. This one takes even the baker. Worse, this one takes the cake, the baker, and the biscuit lorry. Okay? Right. This one says, where is non-light white used? We are Africans. It's that. Okay, now. Yes, we are Africans. Yes, I understand. Yeah, so the Chinese fall under the category of Asia. Yeah, they're Asians, but they're still non-white. They're still non-white. And Asians is a blanket. It's like Africa is a blanket, because under Africa, You also get coloreds, you get blacks, you get like the people in Morocco and Liberia and Egypt. There's some other, I don't know what race they are, but they're not Middle Eastern either. Okay, anyway, I was talking about this stupid person here. This person who says we are African. Yes, South Africans who were born in Africa, even the white South Africans. We can say we are Africans because we are born in Africa. And then from that, because Africa is a continent, but from that, an African is someone that comes from one of the tribes in any of the African countries, whether it's from Egypt, Libya, Tunisia, Morocco, and I've been to all those countries, Ghana, Mali, Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, Liberia, Senegal, Tanzania, Zambia, Kenya, Rwanda, Burundi, and I've been to all these countries I mentioned. So as long as your ancestors, you originate from any of those countries, and also South Africa, your ancestors must be from the soil of Africa. Not they were in Holland and then they came on the boat and then they docked in Cape de Goede Hoop. No. You are not African. Okay? Africa means the people of the soil. Okay? But people who are also born in Africa, they can still say they are, like Elon Musk, he can say I'm African because he was born in Africa. But when you ask where do you originate from, he still is European. Whereas some of us, where were you born? Africa. Where are your ancestors from? Africa. You understand? Are you all following me? Look at this idiot here. Think he's clever. Did you also apply for refugees to USA? You can keep the land, Wena. Okay, you know why I'm doing that to you? I'm not white, idiot. I just spoke about it earlier on. That's why you cannot just come here on my live stream and talk rubbish. This live stream is not for love. Hello, hi. It's not for rubbish talkers. You want to talk rubbish, you get out of this live stream and go to a different live stream. In this live stream, we are here to learn so that we can become better people, so that we can all unite and have a better country. We don't people like you coming here with your ignorance talking rubbish. No, what is this talking nicely? Look. Did you also apply for refugee too? Why should I apply for refugee? Who do you think I am? Let's have respect here. Okay, we are all here to learn something. This is why there's all these problems in South Africa, because everybody is trying to be clever when meanwhile we are all just being idiots, me included. We are just being idiots about it. White people are being idiots. Coloreds, coloreds are the worst. Okay, I can say that because I'm colored. Coloreds, blacks, Chinese, whatever races we have in South Africa, at this moment, we are all being extremely stupid. Extremely. So I'm trying to set things straight just about my thing where I said whites and non-whites. So we've already covered whites, non-whites. You all got that, right? Those who are late, I'm so sorry. But this video will go up on I'll make a YouTube video and you can go and watch the live stream again. Okay. So I'm going on. What was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about what is Africa, because this idiot here. Now this one, like I said, this is the queen of the idiots. And then she thinks she's so, well, let me tell you, sister, you are stupid. Stupido. Okay, there's no time for stupid people. Okay, yeah. We are Africans, futsak. That's what she said. Yes, we are Africans, but we are not. Africa is the continent. We are talking about race. So people, let me again explain. There's Africa, which is the continent. Then you are South African if you are a citizen of South Africa, because that is your nationality. If you travel, you will know these things, because when you apply for your visa, they will ask these things. They will ask nationality. Then you write South Africa. Okay? Some of them will ask origin of birth or naturalized. Because some people are not born in South Africa, they are naturalized. Maybe they came from China, and then they, after 5 years, they applied for citizenship. Now they have citizenship. So they are naturalized South Africans. Like us, like me, I am a born South African, okay, by birth. So that means that is your nation. And then you have your race, which in my case, I'm colored. You might be black. Again, capital. It's got nothing to do with the color of your skin, because Nelson Mandela was not black. Okay, I have friends in Namibia who are my skin color with blue eyes with really crus hair. They are black, not even colored, black with blue eyes, okay, and my skin color. Because I'm sure you all have seen those, right? Especially in Namibia, you get a lot of them. And those, the Hart van die Swartland, you know, what is that? Namakwaland, those people. Hi, okay, right. So, yeah, so you must not just look at people and then label them. This is also very bad about our people. We should stop doing that. Especially in our country where we all marry each other like that. And especially coloreds. You just look at all my brothers and sisters. We all look different. Some have blue eyes with straight hair. Some are very dark. They look like Indians. Some look like blacks. Some look like me. Like you can see, they mixed. Okay? Because it's just genes, okay? It's just genetics, okay? But anyway, what was I talking about? Okay, so there's nationality. Then you have your race. Like I said before, in South Africa, you know, we have black, colored, Indian, Chinese, white. And then even there, under that, you have more. Like under black, you could be a Pedi, a Chwana, a Xhosa, right? There's 43. Oh, also other races, there's Khoi and San, okay? But, right, then under black, you also have tribes. And then even under colored, there's other things. Because under colored, you have Cape colored, Cape Malay, other colored, right? Okay? So it's just same with the whites. You have Afrikaners, and then you have the others that nobody cares about. Because, you know, it's always only about Afrikaners, right? So, because I know I've got a lot of non-Afrikaner, you see, I said non-Afrikaner, which means those who are not. I have non-Afrikaner white friends. They always feel like they also like the coloreds, always left, the coloreds, Indians, and them. We always left out of everything. Whites will be fighting Afrikaners, and the blacks will be, and all of us are just there. The colored, the non-Afrikaner white, and the Indians, we are just there like on the sidelines. We're just watching. We're never involved, okay? Hi. Yes, I always see you. Welcome. Welcome. Remember last time I called you A12. I see you. My friend, that one. You're always here. You're always here supporting me. Thank you so much. Okay? Yeah, so anyway, I'm done with that idiot there because she gave me a headache. I don't want people to give me headaches. But are we understanding what I'm talking about here? Are you guys understanding? When I say guys, I also mean girls, okay? So please don't, she's not politically correct. It's just a figure of speech, okay? Make it some more comments. Okay, so this is a white guy, but he's not talking about what I was talking about, which is the other thing. When you talk to me, I want you to stay on topic. I'm talking about white and non-white. Don't come talk to me about the ANC that stole money. I'm not interested in that. On another day, we'll talk about that, okay? You always have to stay focused on your topic. Right, then this person said, most of us black people don't like the ANC. That's not true, because you know the video I made was where I say the difference between whites and non-whites, and then I said like whites in general hate the ANC, and then I said most non-whites like the ANC. Then he said most of us black people don't like the ANC. So he was only talking about the black people. So I don't know, could be true, because maybe a lot of black people prefer EFF and MK, right? I don't know. So he's got a good point, okay? Right. This one here said, what is non-white? Because it's pink versus different shades of brown, not black. Like I said before, white that I'm talking about with the capital letter is the race. I'm not talking about the color, okay? Do we know that white is a race? Do people know this? Let me see. Tell me, people in the chat. Do you all know that white is a race? Do you all know that? Wait, let me see some of the, what are you all saying? Hendrik Verwoerd was born in the, I don't care about Hendrik Verwoerd. His name's not even, let me see. Uh, uh, Hendrik Verwoerd was born in the Netherlands. Awe. So what's the way forward? Yeah, we're not talking about that yet, later. I said in my video already, but I'll get that later. This is going to be a long podcast, so those who go off, you can go off, because I did put 2 hours. Yes, AI said that this is a cultural confusion comedy. That's so true. Okay. Bring ons op paneel asseblief. Ja, nee, ek gaan nie die paneel oopmaak nie, want ek het nie, ek weet nie hoe om het op TikTok te doen nie. Ek dink ek het nie genoeg subscribers. I don't have enough people that follow me, so I don't think I can do that. If more of you follow me, then I can invite more people on. Then this one said, I don't know if I'm out of topic. Can you talk about Khoisan? No, you're out of topic, sorry, because Khoisan is a very... I have videos on, because we've already discussed this here on the live stream, or did I do it on YouTube? But I have videos on YouTube where I talk about that, because I am San ancestry, and I know this because I had my DNA mapped, okay? But you can do that. Then this one said, we love MK. Yeah, that's true. That's why I said, I don't know. Some people like ANC, some like MK, some like, okay? Okay, just a question, ma'am. What inspired you to have this conversation? Because there's a lot of stupid people on the internet talking a lot of rubbish. So I want to have this conversation so that we all talk sense. Because I find the reason, not just in South Africa, but in the world, because like I told everybody, I'm a world traveler. I've noticed every country I go to, because all countries have different races. If it's not race, it will be religion. But there's always this fighting between and amongst each other because of cultural, or religious, or racial differences. And most of the time when I look at why people are fighting, it's because most people are coming from a place of stupidity. They use words, they don't even know what it means. They say something about one race or one culture or one religion, but they're talking rubbish because they don't even know anything about their religion. So I think, especially like now in South Africa, the way we can have better relations with each other racially is we must all know each other. We must understand each other's cultures. We must understand what we are talking about. And this is a perfect example where there are people who don't even know what non-white means. Because some people think there's only white and black people in South Africa. People like me, we don't exist. Indians don't exist. Chinese don't exist. Arabs don't exist. It's only black people and white people. Because I can see from these stupid comments. That's why I'm reading them out to you so that you know I'm not lying. And you can go through the thread there. You can see. Look at this one. He asked, what is non-white? Because it's pink versus different shades of brown, not black. I already said, right? The white race does not mean the color is white. It's got nothing to do with color. It is the actual race. It's like the black race. It's the name of the race. Because under black race, you get people with all different shades. They got different color eyes. They got different kind of hair texture. They got different skin textures. That is not what makes, it's not your skin color that makes you a race. Okay? Do you all get this? Hi, new people. If you get what I'm saying, please say yes, I understand about it's not a color. It's the actual race. Okay? Right, so what's this next one here? Okay, this one. You see, this is the other thing. When people don't like what I'm saying, this is what they will do. They will say, what is grandma saying? Like being ageist. Now, first of all, I'm not a grandma because, well, I have, my son has cats, but he doesn't have children. So probably I'm a cat grandma. Yeah. This has got nothing to do with how old I am, what race I am, my accent, what I look like. I got skill word. It's got nothing to do with that. Okay? And I don't know what country he comes from, because maybe in his country, I don't know if he's South African or not. Sounds like a white person. But anyway, maybe where he is or she is, the teachers there are probably all very young. They're not used to teachers being like my age. So I don't know. But where I am, teachers are my age because I'm a teacher. Okay? I'm an educator, not a teacher. Okay, right here. This person said, I think the correct word is black and non-black. So I've already explained. I don't want to make a video about black and non-black. because black would be black, and then non-black would be whites, Indians, coloreds, Chinese, Arab, etc. I wanted to make a video about specifically the white people, what they are thinking and saying about things in South Africa compared to what the non-whites are saying. Do you all get that? Okay? If you don't understand, please, you have to let me know. Okay? I like when people ask questions, but I'm not seeing anyone. Everyone is now, maybe you are sending me messages somewhere else, because I keep seeing messages, but I can only answer. I cannot, if you want to talk to me, you have to talk here. I cannot go onto my thing. And then this one said, you could have said Africans and non-Africans. So let me explain again. I'm not talking about the continent of Africa, because then that means I must be talking about Nigerians and Ghanaians and Kenyans and Tanzanians and Egyptians and Tunisians and Moroccans and Mozambicans, and I'm not talking about Africans. I'm not talking about Africa. I'm talking about white people in South Africa and non-white people in South Africa. Okay? I don't want to talk about everybody because I don't know what's going on in Nigeria. I don't know what their story is. And and he says non-Africans. If I was talking about non-Africans, that means I must talk about everybody in Australia, in Asia, Eurasia, North, South, in the Americas, right? In Greenland, in I said everybody, all the continents. You understand, right? So I don't want to be talking about African and non-Africans. I want to talk about South Africa, the white people in South Africa, and then the non-white people in South Africa. Non-white means all those other races that are not white. It is not a derogatory term, people. Get your stupidity out of your backside. What it means is you are not white. Unless you feel you're white, then that's another story. You're suffering from there's something wrong with your head if you think you're white and you're not. But it's white and non-white. Let me see. I get what you're saying about the white and non-white in South Africa. Explain again for the other. Yes, that's what I'm doing. Thank you that you're getting it. Okay, good. People are getting it. So when you hear your friend talking rubbish, you explain to them also, because this is also how we can help each other. We can help each other. And I know with coloreds, we get, colors. Oh, my goodness. The stupidity that goes on there is another story. But it's okay. It's my people. I'll deal with them. Okay, whatever you see your friends, you have to deal with them. I even have arguments with my own family about, because they don't understand it. Okay, right. Then this one here says, okay, you could have said Africans and non-Africans, or Africans and Europeans. Yes, but if I say Africans, then I must talk about the whole of Africa. And if I say Europeans, I must talk about the whole of Europe. I just want to talk about South African whites and South African non-whites. Okay? Yes, very true about colors. They don't read. Yes, generalization, because I mean, look at you and I you can see I read a lot. Okay? They don't read. That's true. They don't read. They just want to eat the nice, isn't it? Lekker jol times. Ne? Lekker hola times. Okay, then this one here says, oh, wait, I have to have the right drama. You need to get your facts straight. Which non-white people are you talking about that love the ANC? Okay, I assume when that person wrote it that is how they were acting. Okay, so let me answer that person. Which non-white people? Okay, you know, the ANC, although they didn't get the big majority vote like they normally did, the landslide, they still got the most votes, right? And the majority of those votes were non-white people. And of that non-white people, the majority of that non-whites in that group were black people. So that is who I was talking about. Those are the people who love the ANC. Because we must remember, people, this is the other thing. I already explained, you were here from the beginning. I already explained what is non-white and white people, but I'll go through it again. Just hold on. Let me first finish this, okay? Let me finish this. So, there's one thing also that we must understand, people. I think this is also where all the fighting goes on. It doesn't matter what party you don't like. You must remember there are others who do like them. And you have to accept it. Life is just like that. There are, like, maybe you hate the ANC. Good. But you must remember there are people who love the ANC. That's why they vote for them. And you have to respect that. Because you won't like it if that people, those ANC people turn around and they don't like you because you vote, you like EFF or you like FF plus or you like DA. They have to respect who you want to vote for and you like, and you have to respect who they vote for and who they like, irrespective of whether you like who they like or not. Because I think that's also where there's too much of this. Like, I've got a lot of friends who love the ANC. That's fine. Because the ANC has the best foreign policy, well, as far as we are concerned, because, we are pro-Pilala. You know who's Pilala, right? Because I cannot say the word. We are pro-Pilala. We're happy that South Africa is friends with Russia and China because we like the BRICS countries, So we're happy about that. So I know I have friends who really, they love the ANC. So should I hate on them? No, because I don't want them to hate on me for my choices tomorrow, okay? And it's not, I feel it's not, it just causes friction. You vote for who you vote, and I will vote for who I vote. And then we just make sure that we try to get the right people in power. It should be about that, okay? Don't come and play Trump's US divisiveness here in South Africa. If they want to be divisive, because they only have two parties, that's why they have to be like that. We have many parties. For us, it's like a buffet. Today you like Action SA, then tomorrow you like DA, then the next day you like FF plus. You just can't change. It's a buffet. We're not them. We don't have two parties to choose from. Okay? Right. Let me see. Okay, let me read some of what some of you are saying. Okay, this one said, I'm asking again, what is non-white? Non means not. So non-white is anyone who is not white. White meaning the race. The race is white, meaning people who originate from Europe. If you do not originate from Europe, well, if you're colored, you can be anywhere. That's one thing about us coloreds. We're lucky because we're so mixed. So we can actually originate from everywhere. But the actual colored race started in South Africa. It was born in South Africa, but our ancestors might have come from other countries, but we are still people of the soil because we are Khoi or San, okay? Like me, I'm San, and a lot of other things. I mean, you can look at me to know I'm other things, okay? But white people from Europe, so if you are not, your ancestors are not European, then you are not white, which means you are a non-white. Okay, I hope you get that. If you don't, someone please explain to this person because I'm tired of explaining. Then this one says, the same person. I have to do the actions. We are not black people. We are Africans. Stop referring to our people non-white. They are Africans. Oh my God. Okay, take a deep breath and relax. I've already explained earlier on. Maybe you were not here, but I know you are here because I saw you, because you're the one asking all the stupid questions. I've already explained. Yes, you are an African because Africa is the continent. Do you understand what a continent is? If not, Google search. It will explain to you what a continent is. So yes, you are African because you are of the African continent. You are non-white because you are not a white person. Your ancestors are not European. Or maybe you are. Sorry, if you are, then I'm sorry. I'm sorry, maybe you are a white person. Maybe you are Afrikaner. Maybe you are Portuguese, white from Portugal. Maybe you're from France. Maybe you're from the Netherlands, right? Could be, right? Because I don't know. Maybe you're from Albania. Maybe you're from Western Russia. Maybe you're from the Balkans. Montenegro, Serbia, all those places. Maybe you're from the Baltics, Lithuania, Estonia, and all these places I'm mentioning, I've been there. Estonia, Lithuania, and Latvia. Maybe you're from there. Maybe you're from the Scandinavian countries and the Nordic countries, Norway, Denmark. Oh, something happening to my internet. Oh no, live is ending. Just hold on. Hold on. I need to fit the puzzle. How do I do this? Wait. Just hold on. It says drag the slide to fit the puzzle. Where's the slide? Where's the slide? Where's the slide? Okay, do audio. Oh, just hold on.
T H R E Q.
Wait. Drag the slider. Where's the slider? Oh, it's going to end. Wait, I need to do this. Just hold on. Audio. Let me see. What do I...
B G C Y S. K T V Y F.
Just hold on. Oh no, I don't know why I cannot do this. Just hold on.
Q M H P G.
Okay. Ooh, okay, sorry, I'm back. I almost got kicked out, so I had to put in the verification. Okay, are you all still here? I hope nobody left. Okay, yeah, so this person, we're not black people. Your race is black. Okay? Unless you're white, I don't know, or maybe you're colored, or maybe you're Indian, or maybe I don't know what you are. But Bantu, if you Bantu is a black race. It's got nothing to do with the color of your skin. It's got to do with the name of your race. Okay? You are African, yes, because you are from Africa, yes. You are not white. If you are not of European descent, you are not white. Okay? End of story. Don't talk rubbish anymore. Move along. I have no time for people to talk rubbish. Okay. Is there a way for redress to happen without the revolution happening according to you? Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. It depends on the white people. It really depends on the white people because, you can see the white people have no interest in redress. And then if they've got Trump support, and we all know, the US, they very, 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 what is the word, powerful. Look how they overthrew the government, the Ukrainian government in 2014 and put their puppet government. They installed their puppet government. They did it to Imran Khan in Pakistan. They put their crony, their puppet there. Look what they're doing to the Palestinians. So the Afrikaners have a lot of support from Donald Trump. So I don't know, a coup, I don't know. All I can say is I'm very worried because the Afrikaners have got a lot of support from Donald Trump. And if he wants to overthrow the country, he will. And, that's why I don't trust the DA. I'm just being honest because they are also very, very in cahoots with, that's why I say their foreign policy is totally it's very US-centric, Western-centric. So they would probably side with the Afrikaners and they are very powerful, the DA in South Africa. So they could quite easily get a coup going and get their person put in. Of course, and we know if that happens, there's going to be a revolution. Because, non-whites, please note well, non-whites are not going to allow it. Isn't it? Right? What do you guys think? For sure, there's going to be a revolution. So it's up to the white people. If they want the revolution, if they want to see South Africa go down in flames, then that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. People are going to die. Definitely ethnic cleansing is going to be happening. It's not going to be a good thing, but it's like I said, this is my opinion, okay? I'm not saying this is facts. My opinion is it's in the hands of the Afrikaners and the DA. If we don't want a revolution, they're the ones. I'd like to hear if anyone else has anything to say about that. Let me see. No more questions. Okay, so let me go back to these idiots here. So this one here said, what the fuck? Now, I don't swear because I'm reading, okay? What the fuck is he wrote is non-white. He wrote N-O-N-E. That's not what I wrote. I said non. Remember, non is a prefix. It means not of that kind, okay? He said, what is non-white South African? There is non-African, but non-white? What is wrong with saying Africans and non-Africans? Kill me now. Okay, I've already spoken about that, right? You all know what I said, right? About what is an African? It's everybody in Africa. Why am I not saying Africans? Because I don't want to talk about Nigerians and Tunisians and all those other people. I only want to talk about South African non-whites. That means the people in South Africa who are not of the white race. Okay, this one says, by ethnic cleansing, you mean Africans will be killed by Afrikaners once again. Not Africans, because again, Africa, that means the whole continent. I'm talking about South Africa. So ethnic cleansing, your sentence should say, by ethnic cleansing, do you mean blacks will be killed by Afrikaners once again? Or you can say, do you mean non-whites will be killed by Afrikaners once again? No, I think it will be the other way around. This is my opinion. Okay, I could be wrong. I'm just saying it's just my opinion. That's just what I see. That is just what I see. Because I know we are not, we've been through the apartheid already. I don't think there's any way that's why I said in my, my video about the differences between white South Africans and white South Africans, non-white South Africans. I said the difference is that the apartheid for non-whites is our worst nightmare, isn't it? Well, for those of you who have not lived through because I'm sure a lot of you are very young, you don't know, you just hear from your parents what the apartheid is. And I think for you will be worse because we have at least lived through it. We know what it is. You have always been free. You were born free. You can sit on any bench in South Africa. When we were young, you must make sure you read properly if you are allowed to sit on the bench. You park your butt on the wrong bench, you'll end up in jail. So I think for the young generation, those born after 1994, or even those, the Gen Y, it's not going to be, I don't think you guys, because you are also not like us, I'm a Gen X. We were, well, not me, I'm just generalizing, but my generation and the baby boomers, they were just, yeah, boss, yes, boss, yeah, boss. I don't think your generation is like that, right? You are the born frees. You don't take crap from anybody. So, yeah, so I don't think, I think you guys will, when push comes to shove, you will do what you have to do. Because like we did. I know the baby boomers, they didn't want to overthrow the government. My generation, that's what we lived for. Every day when I woke up, that's all that was in my mind. How can we get rid of the government? Okay, right. So this guy here says, again, some idiot, we are black South African and proud. Some are Indian. Oh, no, sorry, not you. You're not the stupid one. It's the other one before you. I didn't even read that one. Okay, this one says, we are black South Africans and proud. Some are Indian South Africans. Hope you're proud. Yes, you are right. The other one that was talking rubbish, I'm not going to even read that one. Yes, you are right. If you're Indian, you're South African, you're Indian South African. That's all. Just be it, okay? Then this one just says, highly doubt the newer generation will ever subject ourselves to that. Exactly, yes, I just said that. Yes, I know that because You were born free. You were not indoctrinated like the baby boomers. This is the people before me, and even the ones before them. They were already so indoctrinated and programmed to just accept. But you see, by the time we came, because my generation, Gen X, we were quite pampered. Doesn't matter what nationality you were. I mean, what race, whether you were black or whatever, we were, and then we were a little bit more rebellious. Not just in South Africa, it was around the world. Gen X changed the world. Look at Russia. The Soviet Union fell because of the Gen Xers. The Gen Xers made the Soviet Union collapse. The fall of the Berlin Wall, all that. Apartheid collapsed because of the Gen Xers. Even if you look at the US, the Gen Xers at that time, they were the ones who were supporting that were anti-communism and anti-apartheid. And before that, the US and Europe, all the baby boomer and before, they all supported apartheid. It's when the Gen X in all the other countries came when that generation came around, they were all anti-apartheid, anti what the Soviet Union was doing. You see? So we were also different. Now you guys, now the born freeze, you all will not allow it. Well, I hope you won't, but I don't think you will. I know you won't. Okay, while I'm waiting for more things. But you'll understand about the white and non-white, right? But there's just a few more that I want to read. And then if any more questions, please ask. Then this one here said, oh, there are no non-whites here, but only South Africans and European South Africans. There's only South Africans and European South Africans, this person says. Like I said before, South Africa, okay, we all know South Africa is a multiracial country. Multiracial, that means races, a lot of races. Okay, and some of the people in South Africa are white. Some are colored, some are Indian, some are black, some are Arab, some are Chinese. I can't think of what other race we have. I think that's the only races. And all those, if you are not white, you are non-white. If you are not black, you are non-black. If you are not colored, you are non-colored. It's like, like the EU, the European Union, the EU. They will say, if you are if you are a citizen from any EU country, you can live in any of the EU countries. You can live and work there. But if you are a non-EU citizen, even that means if you are not a EU citizen, okay? Can we get that into our heads now already? Are we getting that? So that all those stupid comments that people have on my page, please just stop being stupid. It's very irritating. It's embarrassing because, I'm in Malaysia. Today, I had to, as the comments were coming in, I had a class of 15-year-olds because I was teaching social media etiquette where we watched live what people were saying, and even they were laughing. Like, don't they understand English? Don't they know that non means you look stupid, okay? Just don't make my people look stupid, please. Let's not be stupid, okay? This one says, I disagree. Black people include coloreds and Indians, thank you. Oh my God. No, do not be an idiot. No. I am a colored. I am not black. Okay? And Indian is not black. Indian is Indian. Colored is colored because we don't have the same ancestors. Maybe we have a little bit of the same, but it's not the same. It's actually an insult to black people to say coloreds are black people. Because under black is the Bantus. Bantus, you have all kinds of Chwana, Xhosa. I cannot go into walk into Zulu land and tell them I'm a Zulu. I'm just like you. Don't talk rubbish. And 2025, you can have your DNA mapped. You know what it means to have your DNA mapped? You give your blood and they will look at your DNA and they can tell you where your ancestors come from. I did that in 2010 because I was part of the study in New York when they were doing the study for the origin of man. And the reason they wanted colored people, especially because of our Khoisan ancestry, because The San are the first Homo sapiens. You understand? That was a long rant. People, please read more. You have to educate yourself. We are in 2025. There is no excuse. The apartheid is over. It's equal education. In my days, we had to fight. We only got equal education in 1980. That was I was in standard 9. We had to fight for it. You have it. We already fought so that you can have it. So please do it justice. Bantu people, I don't know because this is not the topic of conversation. We are not talking about Bantu people. We're not talking about the origins of Bantu people. We're talking about what does non-white mean. This is a conversation for another day. And if you don't know this, you can always go and Google search it. It will tell you where Bantu people come from. The AI is very, very intelligent. That's why it's called artificial intelligence. Let's stop being stupid, people. That's one thing about the white people. I'm talking about the Boere Afrikaners. That's one thing about them. Frikkie, hy weet van waar af hy kom. Hy weet. It's only us that's so stupid. This has to stop. People, it has to stop. Like I say, I had 15-year-olds today laughing. Like, don't people in South Africa, I thought you said that South Africa, the official language is, we know you have many languages, but you said English is the official language. I said it is. They said, then how come these people don't know how to speak English? I said, I don't know. Maybe they didn't go to school. Of course, maybe you didn't, right? How do I know? That's why you speak rubbish. I don't know. You have to tell me. Because I'm just going based off my nieces and nephews. They all go to school and there's like maybe 2 stupid ones, but in general, they're all quite good. Let me see what this one here said. Why did I keep this one? Okay, this one, I don't know why I saved this, because there's nothing here. Let me check with this one. I'm trying to read things that people said. Okay, I'm going to read this one. Let me just check what this person here said. Okay, let me first read what this guy said. He said, we may say it's over, but there's a population that seek it and are now steadfast in their approach. Yeah, possibly. A non-white means the original black, colored people and Indians are breeds of white. No, that's not what it means. But I can see you came late. That's why you don't know what we're talking about. No, that's not what it means. Go and look up what the word non means. When you know what non means, then you will know what non-white means. Non-white is not exclusive to South Africans. Like someone did say, oh, that's something that they created in the apartheid. No, it's just English language. I am in Malaysia now. Malaysians will even say we are non-whites because they are Malay and Chinese and Indians that live here. They're not white. So they say we are non-whites. We are a non-white people. Okay? Yes, I see you came late. That's why you're not up to date with what we're saying. Okay, so what? Non-white. Non is a prefix and non means not of the same or not of the kind. So when I say white and non-white, that means non-white means you are not white. Okay? That means you can be anything else, but you are not white. That's all that it means. It's not a bad word. It just means not. Like if you were to look at a white person, you'll say that person is a non-black, right? Because they're not black. It's just a fact. They can't get upset. Oh, how can you say no, because you're not. Okay? Yeah, okay. So, oh, and I know why I saved this one. This one has got nothing to do with the color, but this person trying to be says, here we go again. Seriously. Because I have to do the actions because I think this is how they spoke. Don't you think there is enough hatred, negativity, and division in the world? You seem to take pleasure in fueling this even more. Post something positive and inspiring. Okay, because remember my post was what white people think about certain things and what non-white people think. Now, what I put there is just things that I know that white people think and then what non-white people think. There's nothing to be, it's not negative, it's just fact. That's just what it is. It's not to divide people, it's just what it is because it is good for us to know what the other person is thinking, isn't it? Isn't it good to know? Right? You don't want people to smile, oh yeah, you're such a nice guy. When actually that's not what they're thinking. They'll tell their friends he's not, he's a blah, blah, blah. No. Better that whites say what they want, non-whites say what they want. Then we can look now. So where do we meet in the middle? So post something positive and inspiring. I think that was inspiring because look, we're talking about it. On that thing, maybe I should check. Let me take my book. Maybe I can go through that. That's a good idea because since I have time, I can go through those things that I said in the video and then we can see. Because my thing with what I'm doing is, first of all, I don't want people to be stupid. You have to read. You have to understand words. You have to understand what's going on in the world. When you know that, then you can make good arguments and you can make good decisions. Okay? And not talk stupid things. Like some people just talk crap. Like you can see when I'm reading all these things. And it comes from a place of ignorance. It's just because they are ignorant. They don't know. Let me see what someone said. Okay, wait. Someone said, hello, non-white. Hi. Congratulations. There is a Namibian person in your life. Oh, thank you. Obrigado. Oh, fala de português. Okay. Then this one says, it sounds offensive, but continue. What is offensive? Is it offensive to not be white? Are you suffering from a inferiority complex because you're not white? Why should you feel it's offensive to be a non-white? You think only white is good, is it? That's why you feel it's offensive to be non-white. You have to tell me because I'm not understanding what you're saying. This one is saying, do you think they like what you're saying? Like, do white people like what you're saying? Because all they prefer is lies. Oh, no. Whoa, I tell you, white people hate on me. Oh, they hate on me. They hate me. Oh, and what is worse, they hate me because they think I'm white. And then when they find out I'm not white, then they want to be apologetic. Because they're guilty. You see? So but you see, this is the thing. Because I'm colored, I always say to people, I don't fit in anywhere, but I also fit in everywhere. Because I don't box myself. Because as coloreds, we can't. I can say I'm colored, but because, I have so much influence from so many, especially me, I'm very, very mixed. So, yeah, so with the white people, they get very angry when I like this white thing there. All the very, very bad things is from them. So I get every day it's very bad. Sometimes I don't even want to wake up in the morning because of the bad things they say to me. But it's okay. Life goes on. Okay. In South Africa, yes, we are a rainbow nation. Of course we are. You look at me. I'm already the whole rainbow. You see, that's how South Africa is. Even sometimes in just one person, the whole South Africa is represented. Because that's how we are. We're so mixed. But I mean, there are some of us who are, I know of Zulus who are very pure. Pure. I mean, there's no, because they were part of remember I told you we did the, when I was in New York at NYU, they were doing this research on first Homo sapien. There were people there that were 100%. It's amazing, okay? Keeping the bloodline pure, okay? Then this one here says, I was surprised when they say Prince Harry's wife is not white. But when I see her, no, because she is mixed. She's what we would say she is non-white because she's only like Barack Obama. They are half white, except you see in the US, because they want to keep the white race pure. Anyone who is mixed with even a little bit of black or a little bit of something that's not white, like a non-white race, they will class you as black. And the reason they do that is because they don't want the white race to be impure. They only want people who are 100% white. That is disgusting. Like Tiger Woods, he's half white. They should just say he is half white. Barack Obama, they should say he's half white or give it some term like we do in South Africa. If you are half, you are other colored because it's half. I don't know now, but during my time, even when but we still do it, with colored people, we will say. Like my friend, she's like very Indian looking, but because I see her mother's very English, So I said to her, are you Cape colored? She said, no, I'm other colored because she has no black. The father's Indian and the mother is white. So she's not like Cape colored. Cape colored means you must have koi and sun. Koi or sun. Anyway, I made a video about that. You can go and look. My videos are all on YouTube. There's a lot of things on there you can go and watch because I've been doing this for many years already. TikTok is new to me though. Okay, let me see. Yeah, there's also a lot of people talking off topics things here. Yeah, I don't really entertain off topic because I also moderate chat group sometimes, and in the chat group I'm always the one that must make sure everybody stays on topic. Otherwise we'll start talking about the ANC and then we end up talking about Games of Thrones if we're not careful. Okay, I have a lot of messages but I can't see. Okay, so I'm going to go through some of the things but still ask questions about this white and black, but I want to go through some of the things that I said in the video about the differences between whites versus non-whites. And we already now all know what non-whites mean, right? So no one needs to get upset. Don't slip anything. Just listen. The first thing I said is that whites hate the ANC and most non-whites, most non-whites do. I said some non-whites do because we know, when you look at the results, right, the voting results, we can see this. You don't see white people like in the ANC, like when you look at them all there, you'll see mainly non-white people, right? So of course some of them like them because we can see. We don't have to say, where do you get that information from? From my eyes. I looked and I saw. Okay. Then 2, I said whites want a Western-centric white government. And then people also, how can you say that? This is the white people. How can you say that? How can you say we want the Western? I said, because I look at all your white dominant parties and even the DA. I look at their policies, especially their foreign policy. Their foreign policy is the same as the US and the EU. It's the same as theirs. You have the same policies. That's Western-centric. When you look at the ANC and all the other Gayton, PA, all these action SA, when you look at all their policies, it aligns more with other African countries' policies and even other Asian, non-white countries, Japan, all that they all align, okay? Because they're not Western countries. Even Russia is not a Western, it's a Eurasian country. We align more with those people. You aligning to the West. We align more to the East. Because that's just how we are. Because we are Africans. And then I said, because for us a Western-centric white government is a nightmare. And it's a nightmare because we've been through it already. We know what happens. You cannot have a minority ruling a majority. That is not democracy. People get very angry when I say that, especially white people. They don't get it. Oh yeah, but we better. We can govern better. It's like just you saying that is very racist. It's not that you governed better. It's because you excluded the majority out of your governing. It's not that you were better. Because you were crooks. Of course, I don't like when I say that. But I'll say it anyway. Because I'm me. I can say whatever I want. Okay, then here, if it's the truth, it's the truth. This is how I feel. As long as I'm speaking the truth, you might think it's hateful, you might think it's offensive, you might not like it. For me, as long as it's the truth and it's honest. If I'm lying, then yes, you can, then I'll maybe, but I speak the truth. Okay? And the truth hurts sometimes. Right then, yes, like the foreign policy. All the white parties in South Africa, they are pro-Ukraine and pro-Ifala. No, Ilala. Remember Ilala, that place? That place there? That bombing everybody there in the Middle East? Yeah. They pro-Ilala. And you look, non-whites, look at our non-white parties. They are all pro-BRICS, pro-Pilala, because I cannot also say the other place, right? Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm not, I'm right. That's the differences. And then I said, whites want separateness, which in Afrikaans separateness is apartheid. So why do I say that? Because they are the ones that want a Volksstaat, a whites only Oranje. They want to stay only white people there. They want Cape independence. Of course, there's some coloreds, and it's those coloreds who think they are white. Some of my friends, they feel they are white, so they just for the white people. They don't know. You go with the Burkis, the Burki will be happy with you now. Later, you'll be the mate. You'll be cleaning his garage there at the back. Anyway, yeah, they want Cape independence. They want to break away from South Africa. So they want separateness. They want apartheid. And for the non-whites, like I said, apartheid is our worst nightmare. We don't want that. We want unity. Even we don't like you, but we want you to stay with us. Stay with us, we just don't like you. But don't stay, or don't be here and then you want to break up our country. No, we don't want that. And I know this is what the Burkis cannot get. Oh, they don't like it when I tell them. When I tell them you want a part of South Africa, because they want a part, right? They want the Cape. They want a part of it because they want to live apart from us. Because they don't want to be part of us. They want separateness. They want apartheid. That's what they want. Oh, a lot of messages. Wait. Oh, wait. I need to read. Sorry, people, because I didn't scroll up. I'm so sorry. I'm not ignoring you, okay? I'm going to do it now. Let me see. Okay, this one said, you gave white people a lesson. Yeah, I did. They don't like it, but it says, haha. Okay, non-white reminds me of the 80s, 70s downwards in South Africa was the official term. It doesn't divide people. It just says who is who. I've already explained all of this. It's got nothing to do with apartheid. You go to other countries, they speak the same thing. You are non-European, and then you are European. You are non-US American, and you are American. You are non-white, and then you are non-native, or you are Native American, non-native. Everybody, non just means not. That's all. It's not offensive. Let's get over that. Gen X truth bombs. Yeah, for sure, man. Mic drop. You're smart. Thank you. Which side do you think coloreds? Okay, coloreds people, COLOUREDS, okay? Which side do you think coloreds Indians belong? Non-white. They're non-white. It doesn't matter what they think they are. If they think they're not non-white, then they're just idiots. They are not white. They are not of European descent. They need to go back to school because they were not concentrating in class. That's all I want to say about them. That video you posted is going to cause more harm. Remove it, Tani. Who the hell are you to tell me what to do on my website? Why does it cause harm? Why is it causing harm to say white people want Western-centric white government? That's not harm. We know they want that. Did you ever even read the FF plus policies? Did you read the DA's policies? Did you read any of the other white parties? There's many of them. Did you read their policies? That's why I said, don't open your mouth if you're going to talk rubbish. Keep it closed. Keep it closed. Don't talk rubbish. Yeah, and then he says, oh, I'm sorry, you colored, take it back. No. This is the other problem with South Africans. Let's also address this. You must not look at a person and then when they speak, you first see what color they are before you want to agree with them. That is not how you do it. It doesn't matter Who is saying it? If it is the truth, if it's fact, if it's right, then you must take it at face value. If a white man had to come in here now, a real boertjie verkrampt, had to come in here, and he had to say to you, the sky is blue. Oh, what rubbish is he talking? These white people mustn't come and think the sky is blue. You are saying that just because he's white. It doesn't work like that. Like this guy here. That's why I never tell people my race. Well, yeah, I'm tell you now because I've put it on my face, on my thing. Don't judge people by the color of their skin. You must judge them by what they say. Are they talking the truth? That is more important. Okay, I love how we love and marriage are the pink and yeah, of course, why not? Nice is nice. Even during the apartheid it was like that. I was caught twice for the Immorality Act because I liked the boerseun. I mean, I still like them, but I'm married now. The boerseun, you know, with the blonde hair and the blue eyes, lekker fris gebouw. I used to love me a boerseun. And they used to love the colored girl. They loved us. Because love is love, right? Okay. Let me see. You make me laugh as talking about hair, about half white, because I've never heard of that before. Yeah, well, you need to get out more. You need to get out more. I think also maybe because the new generation, you guys are lucky because, you know, you're born free. You can just live your life. Us, every second of the day, we have to be aware of what color, what color our skin is or what our race is. It was very important because, like I said earlier on, you park your butt on the wrong park bench, you go to jail. And we had to be very good in reading because if you don't read the signboard properly, you'll go to jail. Because it will say there, nie blankes alleenlik, whites only. Okay. Let me see. White hated the ANC long before, but they were claiming to, yeah, of course, we know that. We know that. Again, not all, but the majority. But you're right. They were just pretending. Even now, the other day I got into a fight with them because they were saying he's a terrorist. I said, well, then I'm also a terrorist. We are not non-white, just as you are not non-black. Oh, get out of here. Don't come late and talk rubbish. Get out of here. I'm not even entertaining you. Anyway, moving on. What are the sacrifices that we are willing to make for the society to move on? No, I think first correct what you said there about we are not non-white, just as you are not non-black, we are black. Maybe first go and look at that, then I can entertain you because at the moment now I don't want to entertain stupidity. Okay, sorry about that. I'm just being honest. Those of you who have been here since the beginning, I'm sure you all have heard me already talk about that 1,000 times, right? Okay. White people are sabotaging the black government to make him a failure. That's also true, but I don't want to talk about that. That's another subject for another day, but it's true. Guys, I love this mother. She speaks through. Thank you so much. Yes, I know Ilala. Yeah, I have to say Ilala. And justice for Pilala, for sure. Don't get tired of genocides. I don't understand. Yes, Mom, we want unity. Of course, everybody wants unity. But the only way we can get unity is we must put everything out on the table, the truth. And when the truth is out there, then we can sort it out to see where we compromise. We can compromise, where we can sacrifice, where we can get together on things that, like, I think for the white people especially, they must shelve their Western-centric white government attitude. I think that, for me, would be the first thing I would think. I would say to them, which I do say to them, which they get angry about. Because I feel you are in Africa, you want to be African, you say this is the only country you know, you've been here for 400 years, you know, all the we came with a groot trek, true. I can understand they love the country. I can understand. But then if you want to live here, it's Africa. Then you must be an African. You cannot want to be here, come here and be a European. It's like I tell a lot of the Africans, because, you know, when I'm in other countries, what I'm talking to you now, I also do it with, like when I was in France, I was talking to all the immigrants there. Even to them, I said, you came here for a better life. So why are you bringing Africa to Paris? You are now in Paris. If you want to live in Paris, you must become a Parisian. Yes, you can keep your culture and that, but when it comes to the actual nation, you have to assimilate. Don't come and bring Ghana here into Paris. No, this is France. In France, you do as the French do. You don't come here and come and make it Africa. No. So same with the white people. You want to be here, you love Africa, then you have to be an African. Don't come with your Western white gedachtes. Okay, right. This one said true. This one says, so Kayalicha must apply for a visa to go to, yeah, I don't know what that means. Rainbow Nation Revelation. Yay, go Rainbow Nation. I just arrived and I want to ask, which side are you on? I'm on nobody's side. I'm on God's side. Yes, because you're late, so I guess you don't know what we've been talking about, so it's a bit difficult, I understand. But this video, when I'm done with this, tomorrow or the next day, I will put it on YouTube. My channel name is Celeste, this and that, same name as here. You can go and watch the full live stream. It will be there, okay? All we want is equal rights and be included in the economy of the working class. Yeah, well, at the moment, because of BEE, we don't have equal rights. I mean, let's also be honest, because BEE is for Black empowerment. Okay, they did say it's supposed to be for PDI, previously disadvantaged individual empowerment, but let's be realistic, it's only Black empowerment, isn't it? Because coloreds and Indians, we don't fall under that. So they, at the moment, it is, we don't, I will side with the whites on this. There is no equal rights. But the reason for this is because we have to redress past injustices. And that's why you see a lot of coloreds and Indians don't make a lot of noise about it, even if we, like, most of the time excluded. Because we can see where we are. Like me, I look at myself. I don't need to be included in BEE. I also made a video about that already. Like, I don't have to be included because you can see it in my affirmative action video where I talk about it, where certain people should be taken off BEE. Like me, I think I should never even have been even considered for BEE because I was always okay, educated, financially, you know, I had always had a good job. I was never discriminated against in my job. Well, I was, but because I'm in the arts, you know, it's visual. If you're good, you're good. You know, like singers and all that. You're good singer, you're good singer. They don't care what color you are. Yeah, so I will agree because BEE is not equal rights because it favors Blacks and it's Black empowerment. But I would agree that it redresses past injustices and we must redress past injustices. And that's why I always say to white people, you have to accept it. Like us coloreds and Indians have done, we have accepted it because we know we have to sacrifice in order to get where we want to be. Of course, they don't want to. They want it now. Okay, because they, you know, they're so used to getting everything they want. And then this one says, I think we must make you out. No. I don't want to be a president. I don't want to be a president because once you're a president, you are controlled by the people around you. Even you are a good person, but you will have to follow what they want. Okay, Elaine says thank you. Thank you, Elaine. Okay. Enjoying this live so much. Sending love, Tani. Yes, thank you. I'm also enjoying it. I love talking to young minds. What you think of they hate ancestors but claim? Yeah. The hypocritical. I know this. It's very heartbreaking. People are hypocritical. What is unity without equal rights like Animal Farm? Like I said earlier on, unity, equal rights is not what brings unity. What brings unity is that people must understand that the past injustices must be redressed. And that is why some people must be willing to make that sacrifice. It's like during the apartheid. I remember my parents were very angry when I used to go out of the house to go and Amandla away to in the street and get detained and tear gassed and shot at and everything. But I always said to them, someone has to make the sacrifice. And if it means I'm going to die while trying to fight for equal rights, then that is what I'm going to do. Okay, so that is what unity means. Unity means you have to have one goal and work. Everybody has to work together to achieve that goal. But that means that Some people might have to sacrifice more than others. Some people might have to compromise more than others. That's just how it is. But it is that makes us a unity. It's because you're not just thinking about yourself. Like I said, like during the apartheid, I was not just thinking about, like my parents were thinking about my life. I'm risking my life. I was not thinking about my life. I was thinking about the future, like you guys now. I don't want you to have what I am having now. I want you to have something better. That's why I was willing to sacrifice. It's just like that. That is what is unity. Unity together towards one vision and one goal. Okay, right, next thing. Rich whites and white farmers are the problem. They don't want equality. No, it's not that they don't want equality. I'd say they don't want the past injustices to be redressed. They don't want to sacrifice this time in order to redress the past injustices. Remember, like I was telling the other guy earlier on that, like some people will have to sacrifice or to compromise. Now they don't want to. They just want to sweep it under the rug like it never happened. But they don't know. Sacrifice have to be made. People like Gayton, he should not be receiving BEE. All the ANC leaders, all the big leaders, because they all already have money and they have education, everything. You see, so, but they don't want to sacrifice that. Because the BEE, for example, because that's where the inequality comes from, that should be focused on those who are not there yet, not academically, not financially, not socially. It should be focused there. But I've already covered this in my affirmative action video, so go and watch that video. It's on YouTube. If you're in Africa, exactly. If you're in Africa, be an African. If you want to live in Africa, be an African. Because that's why you're living in Africa. Because if you want to be something, if I wanted to be Chinese, then I'll go live in China, isn't it? Hong Kong, Taiwan. Why should I live in South Africa? Doesn't make sense. I'm Scottish, born in South Africa. So what is that? What are you? South African, but you are of European descent. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Some people are like that, okay? Those who are late must start from video first. Yeah, thank you. Thank you thank you. Whew, thank you. Yeah, it's very irritating, right? Our ancestors failed us. Kind of. Someone says nonsense. I feel sorry for you, but I'm over it already. Okay, AI says this is unity or chaos. Okay, then someone said, I think most blacks are also not happy with ANC, but fear racism, apartheid from white party. Spot on. Spot on. That is this person hit it on the head. Not just blacks. A lot, I say most non-whites, actually most people in South Africa, even with the whites, are not happy with ANC. But I always say, I know if it comes push to shove, if we had to have the choice between, let's say, the ANC and a white party, we will go with the ANC because we fear the whites. It's just a fact. Spot on. That's what it is. And you know what? This is why the ANC can do what they do. That's why they can be as crooked and as useless as they want to be, because they know. They know this. But that is why it is good that parties like MK, EFF, PA are coming up, because they are a challenge to ANC. DA in that is not a challenge. It's not a challenge because the majority will never vote for DA because we're all too afraid. But that's why the ANC. MK is giving them a run for their money. Okay, then, did you benefit from apartheid in terms of education, finance, and no, I'm a non-white. How the hell am I going to benefit? Only the whites got all the benefits. I had to work. I wasn't a victim. I was very educated, always the smartest. I was always the best at everything I did. Always. And I was fortunate. My family also were very educated. Because you see, during the apartheid, you could get educated. It's just, especially after 81, it's just that even if you're educated, you can't get that job because it's only reserved for white people. But like in my mother and my father was okay. He could work. He was head of the printing department and all that. He was fine. My mother was a chartered accountant. My brother was a forensic auditor. But they couldn't work in that positions because that's only for white people. But both of them worked for international companies. My mother worked for National Panasonic. My brother worked for some US company. And then in those companies, the company, of course, they're international. They didn't care what color. Of course, they had to follow the law. But so my brother worked as a forensic auditor for them. My mother worked as a chartered accountant for the others. But on the books, that they weren't registered as that's the job they're doing. They were maybe put as manager or whatever. But they were doing that work and they were getting that salary. So there was ways to work around it. And that happened all the time. I was a dancer. I was in Cape Air Ballet Company, which was only for whites. The only reason I got in there is because I was very good. They could not ignore that because talent is talent. But the other thing is because I am not dark skinned. And I'm just telling you that because that is the honest truth. And in my contract, it will say, oh, my battery. I have to go and fetch my, you guys hang on, I need to go fetch my plug. In my contract, it said that I cannot tan. I have to fetch, just hold on. Huh? So sorry about that. Whoa, I need to finish this, but I said 2 hours. I knew it was going to take long, this one, because I knew this live stream was going to take long. Oh, now I need to change my angle a bit because I need to, whoa, what is happening? I need to, because now I'm charging my phone, so I need to change my angle. I'm so sorry because okay, yeah. I have to sit like this now because I have to hold the phone in my hand. Let me see, how long am I on already? Oh, it's almost time to finish. 15 more minutes. Okay, then someone says there will never be apartheid again. Yeah, I think it's just a fear. And I think this fear will go away once my generation is no more. Because like I said, I'm Gen X. We have maybe another 10 or 20 more years to live and contribute to society. So while we are still around, there will always be this fear. But I think once we are not here anymore, things will be better for South Africa because all the people who lived through the apartheid will no longer be around, which will be better for South Africa. But that's why I say, in the meantime, we have to make sacrifices because we are still alive. That's why these things have to be redressed. But I think by the time, let's say in 20 years' time, when we are not here, that's why we have to fix things slowly now. We have to redress now so that in 20 years' time, when we are not here, this issue is done with, so that you guys, you just live. You just enjoy South Africa. Because I remember when we were young, we always used to say when we were fighting like that, fighting the apartheid government, we always said, because we don't want to be like the Ilala people, the Jews, who till today, they still, the Holocaust, and then like the US Black Americans who are still like, slavery. We don't want that. We want the past injustices to be finished, done with, so that our non-whites can just continue with their lives, and so that our white people, like, we also don't want our white people to always have this guilt thing on them, because, like I say, in 20 years' time, all those people who supported apartheid will be dead. All those who suffered under apartheid we will be dead. Of course, you guys will maybe still have the inherited trauma, but this is something that can be worked out. But you don't have the actual physical memory of it. You would have an inherited memory of it, but not the physical. Like we have physical. So like me and like people my generation, when we fought that time, we said we don't want this for the future. We don't want it for the non-white child, and we don't want it for the white child either. We want you guys to have a good life and make South Africa a good place to live in. But we have to sacrifice now, but there is too much resistance. Too much. And now the Afrikaners have involved the US, so I don't see it going to happen, because now they've spoiled it, because they are selfish. Okay, anyway, let me not get excited. Yeah, okay, that's about the army. They want to have all the power. Is it really fear of apartheid, or is it just us understanding their true nature, or both? It's both. And I thought, to be honest with you, I thought things were not too bad until I started seeing what AfriForum and Cape Independence and Solidariteit are doing. Then I saw that verkrampte white supremacy Burki attitude has not left them. And then I became very afraid. I mean, people were talking when when the Afrikaners first started with there's a white genocide. I thought, people, they're just exaggerating. But when they started running to the US, I was like, these people have not changed. And this is the new generation, okay? Ernst Roots, Kali Kriel, all these are young people. They're not from my generation. And they are still behaving like they verkrampte parents and opas and omas. This scared me. That's why I'm doing this. I was happily living my life. Yeah, having a good time. And then this happened, and I was like, it's happening again. It's rising. Yeah, so, yeah, it's a fear. I think people should be fearful. Because look how emboldened they are, that they can undermine our presidency. As much as people don't like the ANC and they don't like Cyril Ramaphosa, it doesn't matter. That is the president of South Africa. You cannot undermine the presidency. And people always want to make the comparison. Oh, but the ANC did it during apartheid, because idiots. During the apartheid, the ANC they were not even allowed. Non-white political parties were not allowed. We had no voting rights. We could not go to parliament and go and make our case. You'll have to get that into your thick skulls. We could not do that. That's why we had to go seek help outside. You, in the new South Africa, if you have a problem, you can go present your problem in parliament. You don't have to run to Orange Uncle there and go, oh, we're not getting all the chocolates. All the non-whites are getting the chocolates. You don't have to do that. You go and cry in the parliament. Okay. Afraid of America? No. Why should we be afraid of Iran and Russia? No, that's our allies. That's our allies. Who are you talking to? The form says, are you African or white or black? Where do you fill in? If they say nationality, I say South African. If they say race, I say colored. Okay? Because that's what I am. Isn't it? Okay. This one is just talking about the war. I'm not interested in war. We need to fix it. Yeah, for sure we need to fix the things. So this person asked, who are non-whites? Also, who are non-whites in South Africa? Can somebody please tell this person that they must go and watch the video from the beginning? Because they came late to the party. The party is going to finish already in 10 minutes time. You came late to the party. All the sweets are gone. There's no more cake. Sorry. You'll eat bread and peanut butter. If you want to see the whole video tomorrow or the next day, I will put it up on my YouTube channel, which is Celeste, this and that, and you can watch the whole thing. Will be on there. We have permanent trauma because we see all the pain every day when we open our eyes. Yeah, I guess so. But because my friend teaches this, it's called, I'm sure they have it in South Africa, it's called family constellations. It's a kind of a therapy. It deals with inherited trauma. Because sometimes we go, she does it a lot here in Malaysia where I am now, but sometimes they go overseas and do it in other countries. Like they did in Vietnam, for the people who suffered during the Vietnam War, who are still suffering from the orange agent, that nerve gas that they put on the people. So the people now they still have that thing going. Yeah. So if you can get any, or even get your university or schools or your church or someone to get this family constellation program, and you can go there for like for therapy. It's very good. Then this one says we have the non-black here in South Africa. There's non-blacks not just in South Africa, everywhere in the world. Anyone who is not black is a non-black. Okay, like me, I'm a non-black. I personally feel like most whites lack empathy and fail to understand what apartheid and colonialism was. Very true. Very, very true. Very true. Lack of empathy. That's for sure. Did Mandela not say if the ANC does to you what the apartheid did to you? Yeah, he did say that. Do you then what ANC did to apartheid? I don't know what that means. No, Parliament was listening to them. Parliament just didn't want to give in to them because they went to tell Parliament that there's a white genocide. So Parliament said, no, there isn't. You show me one party, especially the white parties that say, yes, there's a white genocide. None of them said there is. Because AfriForum and Solidarity lied. So when they took that story to Parliament, Parliament said, no, there's no such thing. They tried to get their white parties to say, yes, there is, and none of their white parties agreed. The other thing is, they don't want BEE. You think Parliament is going to say, oh, because you white people don't want to redress past injustices, okay, we won't do it. They can't do that. They have to consider the majority, the ones who suffered under the apartheid, the ones who need to have the past injustices redressed. But because AfriForum and Solidarity are selfish, like the person before said, they lack empathy. They just want what they want. They just don't like what Parliament told them. Parliament said, no, you have to think about the other people first. You are a minority and it's your ancestors that did it. So let's first take care of those people and then we can sort it out. They didn't like it. That's why they ran to the USA. It's not that Parliament didn't want to listen to them. It's that Parliament didn't want to give them what they want because they're selfish. And look what the mess we are in now because of them. That's why. And then they want to know why non-whites are afraid of the white people. Someone was right that said here, somewhere on the top, remember someone said that even if people don't like the ANC, they would rather go with the ANC than go with any white party. This is the truth. It's the truth. When push comes to shove, people will vote the black man. I'm telling you, because people are afraid. And you know, the non-whites are the majority. Do you understand the evil will hit us? It will, but we're used to evil. Yeah, we lost it through the truth and yes. Yes, we lost it there. But you see, the thing is, it's not that we lost it. It's because we underestimated the selfishness of the white man. That's what happened. We thought with the truth and the TRC, Reconciliation Commission, that we will do everything, everyone will be honest, and then we will agree that this happened, and then we will move on. Because like I said, we don't want to be like the Jews that still got the Holocaust on their minds, and like the black US Americans with the slavery. We didn't want that because we also didn't want to always have this thing over our white people's heads. And we thought the white people would be on the same page. And they would know, since we did not do anything to you, that you will be okay with us trying to empower the black people. Like you step back first for a while we help them. We didn't think that they would be selfish and say, no, we want everything, like they're doing now. But also in the white people's defense, the ANC did not do the redressing properly. Instead of helping the people that need to be empowered, the black people that need to be empowered, they were only empowering the black people that are already empowered, which is all their friends. They were only empowering themselves, the 1% up there. So they also to be blamed. They were not empowering like you guys, all the people down here. No. So that's it. Right? The debt was that. Okay. Yep. Corruption has to stop. I don't want to talk about that because I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm not talking about anything about the government. Yeah. The thing is, we are still divided. Sorry, I need to put my foot up. We are divided because, okay, let me be honest, because mainly you see the white people want apartheid, which mean I don't mean like, apartheid means separateness. They want to live separately from the non-whites. You know, they want their own folk start, they want their own independence. So of course we divided because they're telling you blatantly to your face, I don't have anything to do with you. I have to be separate from you. So there's that problem. Then amongst the non-whites, you have, like as we can see in this chat and on the comments on my video on TikTok, you'll have a lot of black people who are stupid, who get triggered and victimized by words like non-white, like by stupid things. They will always have this, how dare you call me a non-white, or how dare you say I'm not African, all the like stupid things. Concerned with idiotic things. That is, to just be honest with you, that's the problem. Okay? Okay, this is all things that's not related to this. Because you guys are all talking to each other, which is fine. You can talk to each other. If someone asked, do you think blacks and whites... Hello, Kitty. Wait, I need to open the door for my cat. You want to go out, Sneezy? Or my cat is in... This person says, we don't want that at all. Orania wants a preserved culture. Okay, you can have your preserved culture without having a whites-only town. Have you ever seen Cape Malays? They have their own preserved culture. But they don't have a totally Malay-only area that's practicing Sharia law and no other race can stay there. Same with the Indians. The Indians have their own culture, very rich culture, same as the Chinese. Sorry, I need to open the door for just hold on, I need to open the door for my cat. Yeah, sorry, because she's also saying I'm too long on the thing. Yeah, the Indians have their own culture, so do the Chinese. You go to Chinatown in Cyril Dean in Johannesburg, you can see when I go there, I just feel like I'm in Hong Kong. They preserve their culture. You go there, everyone's speaking Mandarin. Everything's totally Chinese there. But anyone can live there. There's no Chinese only. Same with the Indians. So why do you want to be so special? Why do you want to be the only one that can put their whites only? Because we want to preserve our culture. You can preserve it. No one's stopping you from speaking Afrikaans and doing your tikkie draai and your wat Nederduitse gereformeerde kerk stuff and your whatever, your braais and whatever things you do. You can continue doing. No one's stopping you. Just don't go and put whites only. Don't restrict it to whites only. This person says, you are the reason people are divided, not our history. Yeah, it's me, right? I'm so powerful. I'm just dividing people. Look at me. Look how I'm dividing people. I'm dividing people by telling them to mix, like I'm telling white people now, keep your culture and everything, but do it in the way the Indians do it. Yes, that's very divisive, because that's how you perceive the world to be, because you only want the world to suit you. To hell with the rest of the people in the country, isn't it? Doesn't work like that. The Chinese already taken South. That's just fantasy. Don't talk rubbish. Don't talk rubbish. I bet you these are white people saying this. The Chinese already taken. No, they're not. They're not. This conversation is about what does non-whites mean. So this person here that's asking stupid question, why do you want to live in the past? Please go away. Get off my live stream. Off topic. People in my community, yes, they like me very much, because they all like me. We are all academics and intellectuals, so we all speak the same thing. It's only like usually ignorant people don't like what we talk, because they don't understand what we're talking. No, they can't live. They don't talk rubbish. Don't talk. Only Afrikaners can live there. Don't talk rubbish. I think this person here, go off my live stream. Thank you. I'm doing the Lord's work. Keep going. Just peace is needed. Yeah, I wouldn't say white people are racist by default. I wouldn't say that because I know many white people that are not racist. I think the ones in South Africa are, yes. Not all also. Certain group, yes, they are. It's in their blood. Yes, they are, but not all white people. Because if you go in other countries, white people are fabulous people. Yeah, some people are angry because of what I'm saying, but what can I do? I'm not going to talk about BEE. I've already spoken about it in my other live streams. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. This person says, why don't you leave our country? I don't know who he's talking about. He says, why don't you leave our country, go to America? So if he's talking to me, why should I leave my country? I'm a South African colored. Why should I go to the US? They'll just tell me to go back to my country. So, okay, I don't want to talk about that. Oh, yeah, probably to you. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, okay. I'm going to go off now. Okay, yeah, I don't think he's talking to me. I think he's talking to this girl or this person here. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to continue here because it's going off topic now. So now we know the topic was, what does non-white mean? That is the topic we were talking about. Anything else you all are talking about, that is not of interest because that's not the topic. We can talk about that in another topic. You understand what I mean? Today we were talking about people who are upset with the term non-white. But we've already spoken about that. Like I say, if you came late to the live stream tomorrow or the next day, it will be on my YouTube channel, which is Celeste This and That. You can go and watch the full one there. But just to summarize what we said about non-white, non-white means, non is a prefix and it means not, like not the same. So if you say non-white, it means not the same as white or on the other side of white. So if there's white and then you are non-white, it means you are not white. So I am not white. Nelson Mandela is not white. So we are non-whites. Okay? Mel Gibson, Hugh Jackman, they are white. So if they say all the whites come forward, I'm not going to go forward because I'm a non-white. I'm not white. If they say blacks, I am non-black. If they say Indian, I am non-Indian. If they say Chinese, what is my cat doing? I am non-Chinese. If they say Malay, I am non-Malay. You'll understand? Non just means not of that. If they say animals, well, I am an animal. If they say dogs, I am a non-dog because I'm a human. You understand? Right. Okay, enough of that because now it's all these new people coming in and asking all the stupid questions that we've been doing this for 2 hours, people. You come in here the last 15 minutes, the things you're asking, we already spoke about in the first 15 minutes. So people, let me tell you, this was a wonderful chat. I hope you guys have learned at least something from me because I learned something from you guys. And let's try to be positive. Like I said, here we are just trying to feel who is saying what about who, and we're trying to understand things because the more knowledge you have, the better you can understand the world, the better you can understand other people, better choices you can make, which benefits society. Okay? So keep well, keep cool, don't get your panties in a knot. Cheers.